Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Off the Beaten Path. In today's installment, we're traveling to Covington, Kentucky to visit Cymbal House. R.J. Gökhan moved to the United States from Turkey and began Cymbal House to help bring the sound of Turkish cymbals to people all over the country, just as the boom of internet selling was beginning. He's a pioneer in this field of helping people find one-of-one instruments, regardless of if they have the ability to step in his storefront or hear them in person. Before we get too far into the video, I want to remind you that I'm creating new episodes in this series each month, so make sure to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on all of my upcoming video releases. And without any further delay, let's take a look inside Cymbal House.
Hi Mike, my name is R.J. Gökhan. Welcome to the Cymbal House. Good to see you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This is our St. Patrick's Day weekend, and we have all things going on, and this is 10:30 in the morning, and we will be probably having an Irish breakfast together, if you don't mind, before we go inside.
Let's go do that first.
Okay, cool. So, welcome to Cymbal House. This is probably the only store on earth selling cymbals when you can walk in a brick and mortar store. I am myself from Turkey, where these cymbals are originally started and made, what I am carrying here. All of them are Turkish cymbals here, and I am from Istanbul. I came here to United States following my wife. She's from Cincinnati. And came to 1998 and thinking like some business ideas. So these cymbals came into perspective, and I started in early 2000s visiting factories and trying to learn cymbals and how they are made, and started carrying them in bags basically from Istanbul. And there was eBay at that time, and the internet was from dial-up to broadband starting. So I started and became familiar with Bosphorus, Istanbul Egap, how they are made. Istanbul Mehmet was there too. In 2005, the YouTube started. There was no YouTube before, and the idea came with the video recording cymbals, showing them the actual real cymbal. In 2011, we moved into this location, which I had no idea like I would start a brick and mortar store.
The only time I've ever seen a dedicated cymbal store that also didn't have actual drums or drum accessories was in Turkey. So this is the only one I've ever seen outside of really the homeland of a lot of those cymbal makers.
To my knowledge, there was Istanbul Mehmet. They are also doing Turkish cymbals, and their dedicated store in Turkey was Turkish cymbals. So they were not actually a cymbal store. They had a showroom for themselves.
I think you bring up a great point too of like, you started doing this from a very ground up level of not even this Cymbal House vision, let alone a storefront. And the internet really changed the way we can experience and buy cymbals without being in person. But still, there's nothing like getting in a room and hearing the cymbal with your own ears instead of the way a microphone hears it.
That's the most fun part of it. Meeting with real people, drummers, and spending time, which doesn't have any commercial actually value, because you spend a lot of time with them, like about 3 hours sometimes, and checking all the cymbals they need. It's more developing a relationship with that person, and these people, they come from Michigan to Tennessee here in a day trip sometimes to get just one crash, and they are, I call them cymbal nuts.
Yeah.
These people are very specific people, extraordinary. They can hear sounds on cymbals no one can hear, and they are in a long search finding that beautiful, perfect cymbal. And they are open to ideas or discovering new sounds, or they have a specific sound in their minds and they are trying to find that. So people drive here from these destinations as a destination point, and they bring their own cymbals, bring their own sticks. trying this and trying that, cymbals to cymbals, and make a big pile. So then we go from the good pile again, another selection and so on, and we kind of zoom in to that one cymbal they can probably buy. Selling cymbals is not a point. I like the relationship, and I know this is the process they will keep in their mind, and if they need in the future, they will come back. At the end, like the money exchange is cool, but we give each other, everyone almost, a hug, you know, like by at the time living, we become brothers or that sort of thing. So that's the cool part of having a physical store. Otherwise, on internet, Cymbal House, we try to be honest with videos we are shooting with the cymbals, and they are standalone. There is no drum overlapping or something. It's short video basically, but honest video. And many people like it that way. I am a photographer. I'm still learning how to shoot a cymbal, basically. So hard. The reflection of the lights and so on are disturbing sometimes. So I'm still learning and doing this an honest picture of a cymbal. Here in this small room, we have close to 1,000 cymbals. They are mostly stacked on the display. There are like 400 cymbals. This is my own collection basically, and I couldn't carry some of the other cymbal brands. Istanbul Agap is my really favorite cymbal, and I have a lot of them. They have great sonic features and musical qualities when you play them. But they can be loud for recording sometimes. So those people who are in a smaller jazz clubs or recording, I suggest Bosphorus is a cool brand. They have a cleaner, crisp, and more standing out sounds than Istanbul Agaps are kind of with overtones. In between these two brands, I tried the others and didn't match too much. So we decided to create another brand called Xilo, and that is very favorite within the store.
Well, and touching on your in-house brand, I think the other thing, you're a very humble person from meeting you, but it's very cool to be in the room with the person who developed these and designed them. And I know that you're not the actual person lathing them and hammering them, but a lot of your opinion and your expertise has gone into developing those cymbals.
Designing is my kind of background. I have an architectural background. And the sound and the music and how they look is a very interesting feature. I spent a lot of time with these cymbals developing actually. We have probably 5 series here, and they took 5 years to do this all together. The result is actually very nice. We have a cymbal here, for example, called Cincinnati. So this is Skyline. We also have here in this city called Skyline Chile, which is a feature of the city too.
Yeah.
So on the top of that, we have a Cincinnati Skyline cymbal here. So this has a nice pink, but doesn't go all roaring, like you can play and take a break, have a lunch, and it still rings. It's not that
It has
bad.
a nice balance of definition and wash. Some cymbals, you know, if you're the quietest, smoothest jazz guy, a really washy cymbal might be just what you need.
Right. So this is cool to do a rock situation. There is a nice Cincinnati flat. I like it because it's really nice pink, not dry. So in the bell area, sounds like more even dry. And there is some shimmer and some sizzle going on versus another jazz. So this is a jazz flat, and it will give dark.
Yeah.
So this is cool too. I mean, in a jazzy situation. Bosphorus is very nice. and underrated to my opinion. And the prices are the lowest you can probably get for a V20. That's one of the new ones. So focused. The sound is awesome, balanced. That's a Turk series, it's a Pinger one. So clean, so nice, so focused. There is less overtones. This is one of the cymbal they have overtones actually. Have you seen this before?
I have. That's the line developed with Ari Honig.
Yep. So there are 3 rivets on it, and this is 21 inch. So how beautiful that distributes and dies. So you can play softly or hard. They are beautiful cymbals. So we can switch to Istanbul leg up. So this is a 22 inch Turk, and you will immediately say, yeah, this has some more volume and more overtones and maybe musical going on. See this? Can you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. I have goosebumps sometimes when I play these. Look at this one, Dark Crash, 24 inch. This is so beautiful. And, you know, a snare is snare. Or cymbals matters to the music. I'm talking about not like metal music or high volume rock.
Yeah.
Acoustic music makes sense of hearing sounds, you know.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we see it all the time. A lot of drummers, when they tour, they bring their cymbals because they need that sound, but they can get by and get comfortable on any drum set or tune it up or augment the sound and muffle it quickly.
The cymbals are belonging to his sound, and you know, on a cymbal you have sweet spots, you know, and he knows what cymbal for what music, and that belongs to him. And some people, they have fire in their homes, like lose the cymbals or stolen, they get stolen.
Yeah.
Or cracks, maybe, you know. And that's kind of a big, huge loss for personality, basically.
I think about that often, or talk with my drummer friends about, if my house lit on fire, what things would I grab right away? And some of my cymbals would be at the very top of the list.
I can imagine.
Hardly any of my drums, like I'm attached to them emotionally for maybe how I got them, but I know that I could find something that could do that sound again.
Yeah, right.
But there's a few cymbals I've had since high school, and now I'm in my mid-30s, where it's like, I couldn't imagine recording this song or playing this song without having that cymbal.
And only drummers know that, you know. No one can think about this. Like, what cymbal? You just smash it, you know. So it's not that, you know. You don't smash actually a cymbal. You go slow, right, and play laid back. And if you are that kind of a drummer, appreciating sounds, then I cannot imagine losing a cymbal.
And this store is really a testament to how important cymbals are, because you are solely dedicated and focused on not only showcasing and helping people get these cymbals, but helping them make the right choice, right?
We have different type of people stopping by here too. So this main Strasse, main street, some people walk, you know, across, and they window shop basically, or spending time. So when they see this, what is this place, like with the cymbals all? Is this a bar, restaurant? What is this? And they kind of walk in, and they ask questions, so on. But if I have a drummer, like a drummer we are talking about, and they walk always the same thing. Like they are walking and they are looking, wow, like this, like appreciation of by the first walk. And that's the drummer I'm talking about.
Well, and hopefully it's an inspiration point too of seeing if you care about cymbals this much, there must be something there worth giving it more thought.
Right.
And I love how you put it about a responsibility and being a steward for helping people find the sound
Thank you, Mike.
that can connect with them.
Thanks for coming all the way from Wisconsin.
Of course, it's totally been worth it. Before we sign off, I do want to make sure people who want to learn more about Cymbal House, you have a website?
Yes, it is cymbalhouse.com, obviously.
Or if people want to make the trip out to Cincinnati area and Covington, Kentucky, you have regular hours of operation.
People, please stop by. You don't need to buy any cymbal. Just come and see and have some experience. I'd be very happy to meet you guys. We can spend time. And Mike, also, so nice to meet you.
I appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.